Om Sairam everyone. Welcome to Mahadhuni's podcast. I am Satya and we have Mulli Anna here to clear our questions. Om Sairam Anna, I have
Om,
a question for you.
Om Saram Satya. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. We being Sai Sevaks, Sai devotees, how should we contribute for the society's well-being? Because Baba's motive is to bring harmony between people irrespective of caste, creed and religion.
Okay. Okay. So that's the question, right? Uh,
Yes, Anna.
okay. First, this is a very, very good question because this is you know, a, this is a need of the hour. I can say that way. Every
Yeah.
devotee, everyone should know about this.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh, okay. So the question is, what we can do to become a best Sai Bandhu, Sai Sevak to serve the humanity, to bring the harmony that which our Guru wanted. Right, Ma?
Mhm. Yes, Anna.
Okay. Before I start answering, I want to ask one question. In our Shirdi Sai Baba community, there
Mhm.
is one a best example, Sevak. Do you know who is that?
Mhm. Best example. I
He is
mean,
the best example to be a Sevak in our Shirdi Sai Baba community. To be, in the whole humanity, there is one best example in Shirdi Sai Baba's, you know, thing. I mean, in the whole humanity, there is a best example to be a Sevak. You know who is that?
um, as we read Sai Satcharitra, I can say Shyama
Uh huh.
and Tatya,
Uh huh.
who followed Baba's orders and all.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay. Okay. Shall I
and
shall I share the name of the Sevak?
yes, please. Yeah.
That Sevak is the best, Sevak who served the humanity. He is our Sadguru Shirdi Sai. He is the Sevak I'm talking
Yes.
about.
Yes. Yes. He said the values for us. Yeah.
Yes, he is the best example that we have to follow. Am I right?
Yes. Yes. 100%
So,
correct.
to become a good Sai Bandhu, a Sai Sevak, the first and foremost thing that we have to do is to understand our Baba and his teachings. That is the first thing that we have to do to, become a Sai Bandhu or a Sai Sevak. So, when I
Mhm.
say we have to understand our Baba and his teachings, that means, I want our people, not just the devotees, everyone to understand Baba and his teachings as it is. Going
Yes.
forward, going forward, I will explain what I mean by as it is. Okay?
Okay.
Understanding Baba's life and his teachings as it is, I will explain that. Before that, I have one more question. Shall I ask
Mhm.
you that question?
Yes, please.
Yeah. See, the very question is bringing harmony. Okay?
Yes. Mhm.
Uh, it is nothing but people should live in a harmony, in a peace. That is the ultimate objective that every being
Yes,
should
Anna.
carry. Right?
Yes, yes, correct.
When you say that, see, your question is fundamentally questioning the humanity that much of the humanity is suffering. Am I right? That is why you are coming out with this question. If there is no
Yes,
suffering,
Anna.
there is no place for this question, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So my question is this: that when you say we have to bring the harmony by becoming a best sevak, best Sai Bandhu or Sai Sevak, to bring the harmony, what do you
Mhm.
exactly mean? What kind of suffering that we are going through that you want to bring back the harmony? What do you mean by sufferings?
Sufferings. If we consider a home
Hmm,
like mom and dad
hmm,
and the children.
hmm.
So if mom and dad are always quarreling on something or some issue because someone loves cleanliness, someone is very uh, open to anything like any kind of environment.
Yeah,
So their obsession with the cleanliness
yeah,
makes them to open their mouth and shout on the other people, and which you know creates disturbance in the environment, and child will be affected by that.
Yeah.
And though they are the devotees, mom and dad both are devotees of Baba,
Hmm.
but when it comes to the normal life, when
Hmm.
they're reading the Parayan and everything, they're
Hmm.
so peaceful and calm and serene.
Hmm.
But when it comes to the daily course and all, their obsession is making noise in the home,
Hmm.
and not just the home. I'm just giving an example. When it comes to the society, okay, we do Parayan and we follow Baba and we praise him a lot. We read miracles and everything. When we go out and when people say something, against us, or maybe they're commenting us or anything, immediately something raises in us, like, some heat, and it will make some noise there, like we'll quarrel with them or something. When it comes to the religion and all, nowadays we are seeing this a lot in the society. This religion
Yes.
thing came, and people are
Hmm.
fighting for their religion, instead of following what their God says, like either Baba or Prophet Muhammad, anything. Instead of that, following that rule, they're just quarreling for my God is better, my God is better. He's the great. He's the great. We are all humans. End of the day, but well, why all these things?
Okay. Okay. See, when we say, okay, you beautifully, listed the sufferings, and on that, I would like to categorize this suffering into two, basically. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
sufferings based on basic survival,
Mm-hmm.
suffering based on
Yes.
non-survival requirements. I wanted to categorize the sufferings in these two categories. Getting my point? Suffering
Yes.
based on survival, suffering based on non-survival things, right? So when I
Yes.
say survival based suffering, that means, food, shelter, right? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, air, water, health. These are the
Mm-hmm.
basic survival needs. If someone is not getting food, that is one suffering.
Mm-hmm.
If someone is not
Yes.
getting a shelter, when I say shelter, a basic shelter to protect, one themselves from summer and, rains and winter, all that stuff. Getting my point?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
And, we need a proper air to breathe. We need water. These are the basic
Mm-hmm.
survival I'm talking about. Okay, these are the survival sufferings. When we are not getting these, that becomes a suffering based on survival. Okay, this is one
Mm-hmm.
category. The second category is suffering based on non-survival. That is, beyond the survival, we developed so many needs. Getting my point?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, for example, there are many things. If someone is buying a gold, okay,
Mm-hmm.
actually gold is not a survival need. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
See, in
Correct.
this podcast, what I'm going to discuss, what I'm going to convey, will fundamentally, throw questions on certain things that we are carrying so far. So,
Mm-hmm.
let me say this, this gold. Gold is not a
Mm-hmm.
survival need. We are not
Yes.
going to eat the gold. We are not going to breathe the gold. We are not going to have a gold as our shelter. There is no need for
Yeah.
that. But gold is something which is beyond the survival. Am I right or wrong?
Right. Absolutely right.
Yeah. So, this is one example that we are going behind the gold. When we go
Mm-hmm.
behind a food, that is a survival. When we go behind
Yes.
gold, that becomes a non-survival requirement, right?
Yes.
Now,
Right.
if you see the world from these two eyes, survival and non-survival, you will see a lot of, you know, sufferings are based on non-survival things.
Mm-hmm.
So if you carefully look, the world, the way it is going around in the name of development and growth, we are
Mm-hmm.
suffering a lot on non-survival requirements and needs. For
Right.
example, if
Yeah.
you take that, you said the parents,
Mm-hmm.
the mom and dad, while they are reading Mahapara, I mean, they are reading the Satcharitra, whatever they read,
Mm-hmm.
the holy scriptures, Quran or Bible or Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads or Satcharitra, whatever they read,
Mm-hmm.
while they are reading, maybe they are in some peace. But when it comes to house
Yes.
chores, they are you are saying that there is a noise, a
Yes.
friction. See, it is
Yeah.
not necessary. It is the same thing in all the you know houses, in all the between. It's not happening
Mm-hmm.
between all the parents, but it's happening. Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
in different forms, in different challenges, in different noises are coming out. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but what I'm trying to say is this challenge is a survival challenge,
No, not at all.
right? No, it is not a
Yeah.
survival challenge. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, we have to see the sufferings from these two eyes: survival and non-survival. Basic.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone should learn to see the sufferings from these two eyes: survival and non-survival, because
Right.
this vision will give you how to be content with what you are or what you have. Am I
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Right.
The the sufferings comes in different forms. One of the form is, when we don't have something which we are looking for, then the suffering starts.
Mm-hmm.
If I
Yes.
don't have a food for me,
Mm-hmm.
see, these days we developed to have food 3 times a day at least, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Some people are having 4 5 times. That is different thing. I'm talking about at least 3 times a day, right?
Yes. Right.
If people are not getting food for at least 1 time or 2 times, that becomes a suffering
Mm-hmm.
because we are used to it. So food is a basic thing. If we are not getting the food, then that is a suffering.
Right.
If I'm
Yeah.
not getting biryani, that becomes a non-survival suffering. Am I right or wrong? I
Yes.
have a food in
Yeah.
front of me, curd rice or puliogar or or whatever. Food is there.
Yeah.
That will take care
Okay.
of my hunger. But still, if I'm saying that oh, I don't have a biryani, I don't have a pizza, I don't have a that, I don't have a this, I want dosa, I want idli, I want pongal, and I have I have only a curd rice in front of me. That is becomes a non-survival suffering. Am I right?
Right. Absolutely.
So this is what I'm trying to convey. You know, because if we start seeing the sufferings from this angle, when we
Mm-hmm.
start, you know, differentiating the sufferings from this angle, slowly we will get a wisdom of being content.
Right. Yeah.
Our suffering starts from here, point one, and a lot of frictions also starts from here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the thing we have to start seeing from. Let it be a quarrel between husband and wife, a mom and dad,
Mm-hmm.
or between the parents and children, or a employer or employee, neighbors,
Mm-hmm.
countries, governments. All this, the friction starts from this basic two categories.
Yes. Yes.
If a country is waging a war against another country to loot their resources, oil or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
that is a non-survival thing.
Yes. That's a greed.
That's a greed. Exactly, you said. You greed. So,
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say, first we have to learn to see
Okay.
the sufferings from these two eyes.
Okay. Whether
I,
it's a
I'm,
survival or non-survival
yes, I'm talking
thing.
about
Yeah.
to become a best Sai Sevak. I'm not talking
Yeah.
about everyone. I'm talking about Sai Sevak. If one
Yes.
want to be a Sai Sevak, first, you know, what I told, they have to understand Baba. But before getting into that subject, I want to clarify that a Sai Sevak, to become a Sai Sevak, he or she should understand the sufferings from these two visions, these two eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Suffering based on survival, suffering based on non-survival. Right?
Okay. Right.
So, so when we start seeing from this, then we start learning as a new wisdom will start building inside us. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. That is really
but
correct.
that
Mm-hmm.
needs a guidance. Okay, now I gave you an example that to see survival and non-survival. I
Mm-hmm.
will give you one more example. Nowadays, when the IT industry started booming up, okay,
Mm-hmm.
because I was the one who witnessed that because I started my career in IT in right from 1997. I went
Oh.
through all you know, the growths that we Indians went through. This is not
Mm-hmm.
just only for the Indians, but I'm just putting this example.
Yeah.
Uh, when the IT sector started growing up like anything, a lot of youngsters started getting jobs, they started getting very good, salary,
No pay
a very
scale and
handsome
all. Yeah.
salary. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, before this growth, before this IT boom, okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
those times Indian, employment market, job market was having a lot of clerical job, administrative job, accounts, that this. There were, there was a
Right.
lot of jobs, but not this much of pay.
Yeah.
When
True.
the IT sector started growing up, the lot of youngsters started getting a lot of good pay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that created a lot of money circulation. That's a different economy. But what it created another one where banks and financial institutions started coming inside. They started lending loans, house loans, car loans,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And much of my friends and now also a lot of youngsters, they are into that. They are paying a lot of EMI.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they are the car
Yeah.
EMIs and house loans and all that. They're still paying. Okay, for
Yeah.
15 years, 20 years, all that. It's going on. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what happens if they lose the job for some reason?
Collapses everything.
Yeah, because everything is uncertain when it comes to economy.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to prepare ourselves. Say, I'm not saying that we should not go for a loan, or I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, we should ready for that. And what I'm
Yes, we
talking
should
is the
have
wisdom.
some.
We should carry
Yeah.
enough wisdom to handle things because much of our suffering starts from the you know economical point of view, right? See, when we are having a 1
Right.
lakh salary per month, example, okay,
Mm-hmm.
1 lakh as our take home, and if we have our EMIs like 60, 70,000,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we are paying car,
Yeah.
that we are paying for that, this, and 60, 70,000, and we are running with the rest of the money or whatever.
Yeah.
Suddenly, if there
Mm-hmm.
is a job loss, you know,
Mm.
we have a commitment of 60,000, 70,000 or 50, 60,000 or 30, 40,000 month on month with no income. That becomes a stress,
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
right?
Yeah. Correct.
So there are lot many things, lot many things. See, it's coming in form of investments. It's coming in form of loans. So these things, see, I'm not saying these are bad, but what I'm saying, these are the non-survival sufferings.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first we should have the wisdom of survival based and non survival based sufferings. From that, we have to go. We have to start our journey.
Okay.
Before starting our journey, we have to learn from the one who set the example for all this. Right? That is how we have to
Yes.
see. We have to follow who set the example, the best one
Mm-hmm.
among all. Right? See, if you want to become a doctor, you will definitely follow a best one, a model,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
If you want to become an actor, you will follow a best one on that, a best actor. The
Yes.
same way, if you want to become a sevak, you want to, know and learn from the best one. And for us, the
Yes.
best one is our Sai.
Yes. Yes.
Because if you see his life, see, that's why I always, I used to say that, don't see him as an avatar. Of course, he is.
Yes.
But for your understanding, don't see him as an avatar because when we start seeing him as an avatar, many things will start overlooking about
Yeah.
him, right? I will give one
Yes.
example.
Yes.
One day, when I was coming back home, okay, I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about
Mm-hmm.
Shirdi. I'm living in Shirdi, you know that.
Yes.
And
Yes. I know.
when I was, entering my apartment, okay,
Mm-hmm.
in the corridor, I saw a big mantis insect, that's a stick kind of. The stick
Mm-hmm.
insect, no, big one. Okay,
Okay.
it was like at least 10, 12 centimeters. Okay,
Oh. Okay.
little less than a half scale, and
Mm-hmm.
it was on the way on the corridor. Okay,
Okay.
it was like
Mhm.
9:30, 10 p.m. And I saw that. As soon as I saw that, suddenly what struck me, now this is a modern era. We have lights, people are moving. This is an apartment, a lot of people are living here. In that, this
Mhm.
insect is there. Okay.
Yeah.
Just imagine Shirdi 170 years ago when our Baba was started living under the neem tree when he was a very young
Yes.
fellow. Okay.
Mhm.
See, we know Baba, there is a large belief that Baba was under the neem tree when he was 16, but my research shows that he was like 19, 20 when he was, started appearing under the neem tree.
Yeah.
That's another subject. We will talk in another podcast. Maybe you can note it down that we can
Yeah,
talk
sure,
about this.
Anna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now when our Baba, as a young fellow, living under that neem tree, day and night, with no one, no family, no friends, no one was there. He was living under that neem tree on his own. That time he won't go for alms also. He was living under the neem tree. Just think, how the
Yes.
life will be, what a challenging one, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
See, in the
And
night when he was sleeping, maybe such insects will be roaming here and there,
mm,
right? Lot of
true.
insects, like, even venomous creatures will be roaming, snakes, scorpions.
Right. Yeah.
How
And
he
those days.
Yeah, so when
Yeah.
I took a picture of this mantis which I saw in my apartment corridor, I
Mhm.
shared that in our WhatsApp group, and I said, see, in this era, this insect is roaming like this. Just imagine how it will be 170 years ago when Baba was sitting under a neem tree. Some of our sisters replied that, Anna, he is God, nothing to worry, he will take care. Why should like that? He know how to handle that. See, when
Mm.
we are seeing him as a God, the problem is we are
Yes. Yes.
overlooking his sufferings.
True. Yeah.
He, was just like you and me, started his spiritual journey, just like you and me, and become the
Yes.
Sakshat Parabrahm later on his stage, that in his life. That is a different thing.
Right.
But when he started like you and me.
Right. Yeah.
Because we are bringing a concept called avatar, then we are overlooking his sufferings, right?
Hmm.
So, sitting under the neem tree, he went through hunger, natural challenges, nature's challenge like, wind, summer, that, this,
Yes.
and, the insects, all these challenges he went through, in some Vairagya, he was under that neem tree. That's a different subject. We'll talk later. But that young fellow was living under the neem tree. Sometimes he was eating the neem leaves for his hunger.
Right.
And he started his seva from there towards the humanity. He went through the
That's,
sufferings.
yeah.
In
Yeah.
all the ways he went through the sufferings, I'm talking about the survival sufferings, right?
Yes. Yes. I understand. Yeah.
No food, no shelter. For water also he has to go and find well or a spring to get water. For nature calls he
Yes.
has to, find a place. All, just see, he is homeless.
Yes.
No people
Yes.
around him. Later, thank God, Bhaijama came.
Yes.
But just think before that. Let it be 1 day or 2 day or 3 day or a week or a month. Suffering is a suffering, right, Satya?
Yes. And now that's
So
100% true.
our Baba
Yeah.
started that way. He went through the sufferings, but he started serving the humanity later on. He started giving herbs to heal people.
Yes.
Then he started giving Udi when he mastered the five elements. When he became the Siddha Purush, he mastered the five elements. He started giving Udi as a medicine. That's a different thing. But he started
Yes.
giving herbs. He went into the forest. He found the herb. He used to search for herbs. That is coming back, giving that herbs to people to heal them. All this happened. He
Yeah.
served. Then he
Yes.
started going for alms, bhiksha. And that bhiksha, whatever he collected, he will have a little one on that. And then he will
Yes.
be
Yes.
sharing that food, whatever the alms that he collected, he will be sharing among not just the humans, he shared that with other living beings like cat,
Yes.
dogs,
Yeah.
birds. He
And
used to
ants, dogs, and everything. Yeah.
everything, every. every living creatures. That
Yeah.
later he put the, he used to collect the food that he used to collected. He will put that into a Columba.
Yes.
In that, from the Columba, that food will be distributed to the other living beings, including humans.
Yes.
This is how his seva was. So we have to understand from him, right?
Yeah. Right.
We have to understand our Baba's compassion and wisdom. This is what I always used to convey to people, that what we have to learn from our Baba is his compassion and wisdom.
Compassion. Yes, that touched me actually. That compassion. He's under very, pressurized conditions. Like
Yes,
he don't have the minimum needs, like survival needs, like shelter,
exactly.
clothing, and food. And still he was thinking about the society's well-being, and he never cursed anyone. Like
Uh,
so many people troubled him, but still
Yeah,
he was
there were
always
people who used to
compassionate.
throw stones at him,
Yes, yes,
right? So he went through all that and he started serving the humanity. He's he's not just a guru,
yeah.
he's the best sevak, I can say that way, right?
Yeah, he came to set us an example how to live. And
Exactly. So my thing, my what I wanted to convey is, learn from our Baba. To become a sevak, learn from him. When I say sevak, it is not just only serving humanity in terms of giving foods or giving money or giving education. Not just that service. I'm talking about a seva of giving wisdom of living in harmony without any discrimination. No
mm,
social, economical, religious discrimination. That is also a seva. If someone is delivering this wisdom to others, if someone
mhm.
is, started living or moving with neighbors, friends, and others with this knowledge, with this wisdom, that is also a seva, right?
Yes, yes, right.
See, there is one, a very very profound statement from Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He said,
Mhm.
you know, giving a smile at people, a good smile at people, that is also a charity. That's what he said. What a beautiful, profound statement, right?
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
smile at people. That solves many things. I'll tell you one example. When I was riding my scooter in Bangalore one day, okay,
Mhm, mhm.
uh, I came out from my apartment. I was going to my office. When I was taking a turn somewhere, a guy came and hit at my back of my scooter. Okay, it was his
Oh,
mistake actually. Okay,
yeah.
and he little came over to me and he started staring at me, about to say something. You know,
Okay.
I smiled at him.
Okay.
That guy got confused. He was like confused. Why this guy is smiling? With
Okay.
that confusion, he left the place. Actually, he's supposed to start a quarrel,
Okay.
but
But actually, the mistake is his, and he
his
was
mistake.
starting a quarrel. That's, yeah,
Ha!
these
See,
days
we
we
know
are
now
like that. Yeah, I
such
know.
people are there.
Yeah.
It is not just that
Yeah.
incident. In houses, in community, there are many people are like that. They will do something, but they will start a quarrel. They will blame others. So this thing
True.
happened when that guy, though the mistake is on him, he
Uh-huh.
about to start the quarrel. I smiled at him. That time I never
Okay.
knew that prophet said like that. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
that's an experience that I smiled at him. When I
Okay. It
smiled at
naturally
him,
came for you,
it naturally
actually.
came because that
So,
time I was carrying certain wisdom towards humanity.
okay.
I smiled at him,
Okay.
and that guy left the place, left the scene with some confusion. What kind of guy he is that? Like that, he might have thought. Okay,
Okay.
but there was a
Yeah.
harmony, no quarrel, nothing.
Yes. Yes.
This is the
100%
simple
true.
way. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about, right? It's very simple. Just smile. Things may solve, right? I think much of
Yeah.
our things will be solved if we have a smile. That smile will come only out of wisdom, even though when we are going through
Right.
sufferings. I'm talking
Yeah.
about a wisdom that is coming out of Vairagya, the Vairagya that our Baba carried in him. Though he went through
Mhm.
all the sufferings, he served the humanity. When we start learning that, we will develop a Vairagya, we will develop a wisdom in us, a compassion that will give us enough wisdom to handle the challenges in front of us. And that will give us
Yeah.
a vision to see the survival based suffering and non survival based sufferings. And we can
Yes,
handle
yes,
things,
right, Anna. But
right?
yeah, to be like that, I mean, a lot of practice is necessary because
Of,
we will not even take a few seconds before we open our mouth and throw our all the frustration on others. We will not. It will not even take a few seconds, not even 2 to 3 seconds. We'll immediately give back.
yes,
So instead, yeah, you smiled at the guy who hit you,
yes.
but that will never. I mean, it needs a lot of practice, Anna. Maybe you are a
See, one,
sadhak,
one wisdom I
so.
can share with you that
Mhm,
if we carrying an anger, an aversion, a hatred towards others,
mhm,
basically we are doing a, I mean, we are committing a violence against ourselves
mhm.
because we are suffering.
Maybe.
When there is an anger, that is, we are suffering ourselves. Am I right or wrong? You getting my point?
Uh, Yes, yes, that's true.
Huh?
And yeah,
When
if
we
we are in good mood, and even other people harm us or something, will not bother much. Yeah.
see, that is a wrong statement, Satya. When we say a good mood, that means when you are in good mood, you will handle it in a
Okay.
better way. When you are in bad mood, then the friction will
Yeah.
start. I'm not talking about a good mood or bad mood. I'm talking about a wisdom that you should carry 24/7.
Okay. Okay.
Even
Yeah.
in your sleep, that wisdom should be there. Okay, we'll talk about that later. But what I'm saying is fundamentally, you should have the wisdom of compassion.
Mhm. Okay.
That will come only when you learn about gurus who left their legacies. We have to learn the, our Baba left a legacy, his life and his teachings that we need to learn. Getting my point?
Yes. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that, see, I will give you one example. See, how to understand Baba. See, that is what. To develop
Mhm.
this vairagya, this compassion from the wisdom, as I said, we have to understand Baba's life history and his teachings as it is. I'm underlining that thing as it is, right?
As
So
it is.
now
Yeah.
I'm going to explain what I mean by as it is. There are two
Mhm.
things that we have to understand: his life and his teachings. I will give you two examples of that. His life and his teachings, I'm going to give two examples. Okay? So
Okay.
from
No.
that, we can understand how we can develop such a wisdom of compassion that will give us a vision of seeing things through these two eyes, the eyes of
Mhm.
survival based sufferings, non-survival based sufferings. These are the two things that we have to see by carrying the compassion of wisdom through Vairagya. For that, we have to understand Baba's life and teachings. That I'm
Okay.
going to give two examples from that. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Anna.
So let me share that two examples. One is from his life, one is from his teachings.
Mhm.
So the example one from his life is when I was doing my research to write our book about Baba.
Mhm.
See, as a devotee, like any other devotee, we carry a lot of love, respect, devotion towards our Baba. But when I started
Yes.
doing the research, okay, the ground reality, multifolded my love, respect, and devotion for Baba. The reason is I came across a archived British document, British government document, okay,
Mhm.
from 1911 January, February. I got that document through RTI, okay, from
Okay. Okay.
Kolkata thing. Anyone
Mhm.
can access that by giving their Indian passport. Okay, they can give their passport, they can access those documents. So I got that document. It is a police intelligence report sent during 1911 January, February. Because that time there were some, the local police were, doing the spy job in and outside Dwarkamai because there are a lot of freedom fighters started visiting Baba, like Balagangadhara Tilak, Kapar Day, like that, Got it?
Okay.
So on that, there was one police guy, cop, called Chakranarayanan, and other police
Mhm.
cops, that time, I'm talking about Baba's time, contemporaries of
Yeah.
Baba, they submitted a weekly intelligence report. Okay, in that report, that says during that time, 1911, somewhere around January, February,
Mm-hmm.
Baba used to get rupees 500 as dakshina per day. This I always
Oh.
used to convey in all my talks, speeches, satsangs, or in all that podcasts. I used to convey this that Baba used to get rupees 500 per day as dakshina during 1911 January February. That was the report. I'm not saying that. That's a report that says that. Okay. So the hefty money was in front of Baba. Okay, and the British government was not able to tax Baba because Baba was not the beneficiary. So Baba was not a beneficiary according to the British government because Baba was giving away all the money that he collected in the daytime in the before the sunset. He will be giving all that money to the devotees around him. So the government
Yeah.
was not able to tax him, but the British government taxed Bade Baba, Lakshmi Bai Shinde, and others, but they
Mm.
didn't tax Baba because he was not the beneficiary of the money that he got as dakshina.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
see, what I'm saying is that time he was getting 500 per day. Okay, during
Mm-hmm.
1911 January February. That time, 1 gram gold was costing around rupees 1.5. 1.5 rupees per gram.
Oh.
If we if we
Yeah.
convert that to the today's value, it is somewhere around 22 lakhs per day. What Baba was getting, Dakshina per day
Yeah.
was 22 lakhs. Okay, per day.
Oh, that's such a huge amount.
Such
Yeah.
a huge amount. But what that man was
Mm.
doing, he was sleeping on the sacks, right? Not on
Mhm.
any bed
Yes.
or cot or nothing. Just he will spread a sack. That time during 1911, he was like in his 70s. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
end of
Yeah.
70s, and that not see according to my research and according to the government's the death certificate issued by the government of that time, he was around 86
Mm-hmm.
during 1918. So if he minus 7 years, he was like 79 that time. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So in during 1911, he was around 79, and that old man, that old, he,
Mhm.
if he can buy a cot or a bed, no one going to ask him. Am I right? In fact, a lot of people was giving many
Yes.
things, but he preferred to lie down on the floor using sacks, layers of some sacks and cloths.
Yeah.
And the maximum personal expense that Baba incurred out of that dakshina are buying oil for the lamps, wood logs
Mm-hmm.
for the dhuni, and tobacco for his chilam. And for the
Mm-hmm.
food, he will go to the 5 houses for alms, and that also he
Yeah.
will share with others. And the money, whatever he is getting, he will give to others. So that is why the
Mm.
government was not able to tax him.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say here is he was getting nearly 22 lakhs of this time's value of money,
Yes.
but still he was living in that dilapidated masjid Dwarkamai, and
Mm.
sometimes he'll be sleeping in Chavadi just on the floor using the sacks, and he will be going
Yes.
for alms for food, and that too he was sharing, and he was serving
Yeah.
people, and he was guiding people. He was
True.
totally detached from all that.
Yes. Yes.
So that is what we can understand. This is reality. See, we all know all this from Satcharitra, but I read it from a British government record.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, we have love and respect
So
towards Satcharitra. We believe that, okay, fine. But the government record is the proof, right? For what
yes.
the life and legacy that he left.
And also that is British government which
Yeah,
has
British
written all
government.
this.
Exactly, rightly. You said it rightly. It was British
It's not
government.
by us.
Huh.
Mm.
So, so this Guru, our Guru, Sai, he
Mm.
was totally detached from all these worldly things and he was living a life, and he started all that as a ordinary human being,
Mm-hmm.
not as a god came to earth and started this life, not like that. He
Yeah.
born just like you and me, like any other.
Yes.
He born to his parents. That history we're going to come out soon. But
Mhm.
what I'm trying to say, he went through the challenges, sufferings, survival sufferings, not non-survival sufferings.
Yes, yes.
When he was a small boy of 1920, he was going through the sufferings, survival sufferings. No place to
Yeah.
rest, no house, no kith and kins, no friends, no
Mm.
one to give him food. He was just surviving under the neem tree, and he became a Satguru. Now, that time no one was there to, visit him. After that, Bayajama came, Malsabdi came. But when he was
Mhm.
that young, no one was there for at least some months.
Yeah.
Okay. But now,
Yeah.
millions and millions of people visiting him. That is why,
Yes.
whenever I visit Guristan,
Mhm.
whenever I look at the neem tree, I will become
Mhm.
very emotional, overwhelmed, because I will see always a small fellow sitting under that neem tree, a young fellow sitting under.
Yeah.
He is the guide now.
Yes, yes.
So this is what we have to learn from his life,
Yes, very true,
because
Anna.
he was just surviving with the minimum possession,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. Yes, yes. And it
And
is mentioned in Sai Leelamritam book as well. Like
exactly, and
there
you
was
have
a
to
continuous rain. Mhm.
yes, yes, and we have to see one thing. He established this much of thing. No organization, nothing. He didn't establish any organization, nothing like that. Not even name for him. The name what is given by the devotees. Malasabadi called him
Yeah.
Sai, and from that he called Sai. Then when he was become old, people started calling him
Yeah.
Sai Baba.
Yeah.
But just look at this man who did this much without a name. Not even a name
Yes.
was there.
Mm.
No one knows his name. Am I right?
Yes, that is true.
And now, how many millions of people following him?
Yeah.
That that's so. What we have to learn from this, without all this thing, he
Mhm.
achieved this much of stature. At least we have to follow certain things. We have to learn from his life, so that we can have a wisdom of identifying the challenges and sufferings from those two eyes of eyes of that can differentiate the sufferings out of survival, suffering from the non-survival,
Non.
right?
Yeah.
So this
Right.
is
Right.
one example from his life, and
Yeah.
there is another example that I'm from his teachings. That what I'm trying to say is we have to understand our Baba, you know, as it is. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
wanted to give one example from his teachings about the lizard, the famous
Mm-hmm.
lizard incident. I think in chapter
Yeah.
15 of Satcharitra, right,
15 chapter. Yes.
where
Yes.
a devotee asks about it's a devotee sitting in front of Baba in the Dwarakamahi when when the lizard was
Lizard
making its
was
sound.
making some noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the devotee asked Baba, Baba, this lizard is making a noise, this chippering, and is that a bad omen or good omen? That's what the devotee
Mhm.
asked. And Baba said, you
Yeah.
should not think like that. It is in the Marathi version. I'm talking about the Marathi, the original
Okay.
Satcharitra. Baba said,
Okay.
you should not think that way. The lizard is making that sound because it is that she is happy that her sister is coming from Aurangabad.
Okay.
That's what Baba said to the devotee. And after a while, we all know that, people who read Satchirita know this, that a man came from Aurangabad in his horse,
Mm, yeah.
that horse, he want to feed the horse. So he takes the bag of grass, and when he was shaking
Yeah.
the bag, the lizard jumped from that bag and, entered into the Dwaraka Mai, and both the lizards met and they were happy, jumping
Yes.
and, yeah. So,
Yeah.
what we have to understand from this incident? Actually, it is a teaching from our Baba. You know what exactly the meaning of this? That is one question. You know,
Mm-hmm.
again, this is what I'm conveying in all my talks. Uh, we know that our Baba is a Sarvavyapi, right?
Yes.
He knows everything. He is Antaryami. He
Omnipresent.
knows he is Sakshat Parapram as Sadguru. He lived in Dwarakami. He knows everything as a Sarvavyapi. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
But how does the lizard knows that? Am I right?
Yeah.
Huh?
It.
So when Baba as a
And
survey Vabi, he knows that the sister going to come, but how the lizard knows
how the
that her
lizard,
sister is going to come?
yeah, it was it was happy, already happy
Huh?
that
Why?
her sister is
And
going to
how is
come.
that possible? How is that possible, right?
Yes, yes.
Actually, Baba giving a message in that, because when Sakshat Sadguru is sitting in front of us, we should know what kind
Mhm.
of questions we should ask him, right?
Okay.
Because, see, Baba proves by this incident that he is a Sarvavyapi, because such an
Yes.
incident happened. A lizard came
Mm.
from Aurangabad, because the man came from Aurangabad in his bag, maybe he traveled with him.
Yeah.
It happened. So that shows Baba is
Yes.
a Sarvavyapi.
Yeah.
Because he is a Sarvavyapi, he is the Satguru.
Yes.
And we should know what kind of questions we should ask if we have a Satguru in front of us. We should not
Okay.
ask, good omen or bad omen, because as a
Mm.
Satguru, as a Sarvavyapi, he knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So when we know that the Satguru is in front of us, we should know that he is Sarvavyapi, he knows everything, and we should not ask, what the lizard is, why the lizard is making sound, what good
Mm.
omen, bad omen, what's going to happen. No, because he will take care. He knows. So
Yes.
there is only two options for us. One is we have to engage a tattva vichara. Okay,
Yes.
if we are not convinced with all these things, then we have to engage a tattva vichara with Baba, that Baba, why there is a lizard, why I am here, why a lizard is
Mhm.
a lizard, and why I am a human, why such a existence is there. We can start into a tattva vichara. So we should know what kind of questions we should throw in front of Sadguru. We should not
Yes.
ask, this bad omen, good omen. I'm repeating that because when we know that we have Sadguru in front of us, we know that he will
Mhm.
take care of everything. Then, we should not ask such questions. So,
Yeah.
only two options we have when we have Sadguru. One is we have to engage in Tattva Vichara.
Mm-hmm.
We can ask questions to a guru why that existence exists in such a way, like why there is a
Okay.
lizard, why there is a human, why such creations are there, what is the
Mm-hmm.
purpose of all this. We can engage in such tattva vichara.
Yeah, we have to earn the wisdom from
Yes, if
the
we
guru.
are not capable of throwing such questions, we are not interested in such thing, but we know that Baba knows everything. He is Antaryami, he is Sarvavyapi, he is a Sakshat
Yeah.
Parabrahm sitting in front of us. Then the only option is to surrender,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yes.
These are the two things, the only two options that we have when we have a Sadguru in front of us. So there
Yeah.
is no question of asking such questions, right? In
Yeah.
either
About blind.
way, in from these two angles, there is no need of asking why the lizard is making a sound. Is that a good omen or bad omen? It's simple. He will take
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
That's all. So
And
this is what Baba indirectly conveyed through the lizard story.
okay.
But what we started, you know, inclined towards this chapter in this incident is about his Sarvavyabi being,
Yes.
because
Omnipresent.
we are so inclined towards miracles.
Yes.
So we got into that, but we forgot Baba's message in that, or we didn't
Yeah.
understand at all Baba's message in that. This is how
Yeah.
now, if you read Satcharitra, the lot of such parables of teachings will be there.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say, we have to understand Baba's life. That is one thing, the way he
Mhm.
lived, and also we have to understand Baba's teaching as it is with a little wisdom, and then we will see, there is a whole lot of new understanding that will stop showering on us
Yes.
from Baba's
Yes.
teachings. That's what I wanted to convey. When we have this wisdom, you know that by understanding Baba and understanding his teaching, we will get this wisdom that will give us a compassion, and
Yeah.
that compassion, through that compassion and wisdom, we have to handle the sufferings through these two eyes. One is the eye that sees the suffering of survival, and the eye, another eye that will see the suffering of non-survival. When we have
Yeah.
this wisdom and compassion to see these categories, then everything will be taken care. All the discrimination, everything will go away. Am I right or wrong?
Ye- Yes, yes,
The
correct.
religious, social, economical, all discrimination, all the sufferings will go away.
Yes.
Hindu, Muslim, because end of the day we have to survive. We need food, we need shelter. That's all. Air, water. That is everywhere.
Yes.
Regardless of religion, all that things are there. The nature is giving. We have to take it.
Yes. Yeah.
Anthropologically, when the population grows, then the competition starts. That is why
Yeah.
all this problem starts. And when in terms of growth and development, we built a lot of things around us, a lot of commitments, which is beyond our survival, which is not necessarily needed for the survival, and because of that, we are suffering.
Yeah.
Politics, religion, caste, social
Yeah.
status, that this, these all non-survival things.
Yes. Yes.
So when we eliminate all these non-survival things, and when we see only the survival things, then through the compassion and wisdom, then there will be a certain harmony that will prevail among people. And a Baba's devotee, a Shirdi Sai Baba's devotee, should understand this by
Yes.
learning from Baba's life and teachings. Then he will become, because Baba is the best example of a sevak. So by understanding Baba and his teachings, we will become the best sevak as a Sai Sevak, and that way we will serve to the humanity and to the entire creation, living beings, non-living beings, everything, and that way we will try to establish certain harmony wherever we are.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah, yeah. So that is
To
the,
work.
yes, ma.
Yeah. Yeah. You please complete, Anna. I want to
I,
ask.
see, ma. So one last statement with that I will, completing my answer to your question. That statement
Mhm.
is, when we understand our Baba and his teaching, Baba's life and his teachings, okay,
Okay. Hmm.
when that becomes our compassion and wisdom, our heart will transform as a Dwarkamai. Our heart will become Dwarkamai.
Yes. Yes.
When our heart transforms as a Dwarkamai, Baba lives in that.
Yes.
Everyone will become Baba. Everyone will become Baba. And when everyone, carrying that heart of Dwarkamai, we will become the best Sevak serving the creations.
Yeah. Very true, Anna. Well said.
Yes, that's what I
Yeah.
wanted to convey. That is my answer to your question.
Thank you so much, Anna.
You're most welcome,
And
ma. Yes,
actually, to become Dwarkamai, to make our hearts Dwarkamai, we should understand the wisdom of Baba first of all. To
exactly.
understand the wisdom, we when reading Satcharitra, most of the people, we do it like a ritual. Even in the beginning days when I just got Satcharitra to read, and those days I was like that. I use it to read it just like a ritual. Just finish it off within 10 minutes by seeing the time. Oh, 5 more minutes. Okay, okay, let me just finish it in 2 minutes. And just reading it like, just like a ritual, not grasping anything. So, and Baba also mentioned in one of the chapter in Sai Sachindra to Dev, when you are reading, you are reading it too fast. You are unable to grasp the knowledge from that. Read it slowly. So, what is
Yes.
your message to devotees like me? Whenever in the beginning, I use it to read it, with rush. So,
Yeah, that's a beautiful question. Actually, uh, see, I was quoting the lizard incident from chapter 15, right?
mhm.
See, we read Satcharitra every week, in Mahaparayana, Global
Yes.
Mahaparayana, and other Satcharitra readings. We have, there are a lot
Mm.
of communities, Baba's communities are there, WhatsApp group, all that. They are reading
Yeah.
Satcharitra every week, two chapters allotted. They will read, and we also read many things. That not just Satcharitra. We'll be reading Bhagavad Gita. We'll be reading Rudram. Some will be
Yeah.
reading Bible. Some will be reading Quran. Okay,
Hmm.
if we are doing that as a ritual,
Yeah.
just for the sake of reading and reporting, fundamentally we are, you know, missing out the message conveyed in all this.
Yes.
For example, chapter 15 of Sai Satcharitra, the lizard incident.
Mhm.
This is a new view which I am giving you, right?
Mhm. Yes, Anna. Yeah.
See, we have read this chapter 15 lizard incident many times. Every week
Mhm.
we have read this. Many people, many devotees read this. But we missed it, na? Because, we are reading in a rush
Yeah.
just for the sake of reading and reporting. And there
Mhm.
are many people who are reporting without reading also. That's a different story because I'm the secretary of Global Mahaparan. I know what's going on. I see, I through this, I wanted to convey what is wrong is wrong. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, these are things we have to learn through our compassion
Yeah.
and wisdom. We have to learn that, see, such a legacy has been left by our Sadguru. That is, we have to be, thankful to Hemant Pant, Sri Hemant Pant, for, he
Mhm.
left, gave us this treasure, Sai
Yes. Yes.
Satcharitra. So
Yeah.
we have to celebrate Satcharitra if we are reading, not just in Thursday, if we are reading whenever we get time when we read. Now we have to read with certain sense to understand what is conveyed in that chapter.
Yeah.
That is what, for example, chapter 15, this lizard incident. From this angle, we have to understand what is conveyed.
Yeah.
Then only we can know what Baba tried to convey. If we
Yeah.
understand what it is there, as I said, we will understand, we will imbibe that in a proper way so that we will follow that in our life to transform our heart into a Dwarakami.
Yes.
If we just doing that as a ritual, as
Yeah.
you are saying that rituals are rituals.
Yeah.
It should carry some meaning for us. I'm not criticizing all the rituals. Rituals are a beautiful way of carrying the message in the form of action. Okay?
Yes, Anna. Very true. Yeah.
Again, we forgot the rituals also, the meanings of rituals. That's a different thing. Again, we'll talk about that later. But when we are reading the scriptures like Sat Satitra, Sai Satcharitra, when we are
Mhm.
reading it for the sake of reading, we'll be missing out.
Yes.
So at least not just Thursday, any day. Satcharitra is a holy thing. It is about our Baba's Saritra. That is why it is Satcharitra. So
Yes.
it is not just Thursday. We can read it whenever our heart, wants to read. Don't wait for
Yeah.
Thursday. Let it be a Saturday or Sunday or whenever. When your heart says, let me read Satcharitra, read it and try to understand what Baba conveyed or what Hemanban tried to convey by conveying Baba's life and history and
Mhm.
teachings, right?
Yes. Right, Anna.
So,
Mm.
so that is very, very important. And going forward, we will have many such sessions of Satcharitra interpretations, not just chapter
Oh,
15. We will go into details of every chapter from 1 to 51. We will try to explore and interpret Baba's life and teachings through Satcharitra going
yeah.
forward in the
I'm eagerly
future.
waiting for. Yeah.
Yes,
Thanks,
yes,
Anna.
yes, yes, Amma, yes, Ma. So,
And one more question,
yes, Ma.
Anna.
Yes,
Uh, as we are talking about Mahaparayanam,
yes,
and we are being. I'm also part of Mahaparayanam. I'm one of the principal. I mean,
yes, yes,
we
yes,
just add a tagline. End of the day, we are Sai Sevaks,
yes,
and what I have observed is many devotees who are joining with enthusiasm, like they love Baba, they want to read. Okay, they joined, but they are unable to give time to that. Just for two chapters, how much time it will take? After once you are experienced, you have read already once, then it will not take more than 20 minutes to complete two chapters, isn't it? So for that also they are finding excuses and not even taking it as their duty to let the CTO or somebody know whether they are reading or not, or I mean, whether they can't do it or not, and that why such kind of irresponsibility is coming in devotees first of all, and the second thing is a few CTs being rude with the devotees, like they are
hmm.
calling uh, the
That's the
harsh.
biggest report coming from all the direction.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they are again the Mahabharana. What is the motto of Mahabharana? To bring to bring positivity to the society. But end of the day, again, it is going like um, some kind of a job. Like again,
yes,
frustration
yes,
comes into this devotional thing. how can we avoid these things, like the rude behavior of CTs and devotees, and is that because of the obsession to complete it as fast as possible, or what? How can we
Okay.
make it better?
Okay, let me answer. See, you already said a ritual. From the
Yeah.
CT class teacher point of view, those who are organizing and those who are reading, for both of them it is a ritual. The one wants to close the class, the other one
Hmm.
wants to report.
Yeah.
But what they are missing out is the class teacher, doing a seva.
Yes.
The reader also doing a seva. You know why? The reader, the one who reads the Satcharitra, is also should be a sevak while reading Satcharitra, because someone, I'm saying someone, Baba. Okay.
Uh,
Baba is someone, actually, right?
yes.
He is not
Yes.
our
Right.
blood relative. He is not our friend. He's not. He lived some 170 years ago. Okay.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
still we are reading about him. Okay. When we read about him, we have to read with utmost understanding and love.
Yes. Right, Anna.
Only then we will read with, all the focus, with all the good intentions and good things we will read. But if we are reading for, just for the sake of reading and to report, we are missing out. Because I'm saying this as a seva. Reading is also a seva because it is a guru seva. When we are
Hmm.
reading, we are understanding our guru, and we will transform our heart as a Dwarakami so that we will serve the humanity or all the beings. Right?
Yes,
That
Anna.
way, we are reading a manual to become a sevak. Satcharitra is a
Ye-
manual to become a sevak. Am I right?
Yes. Yes, Anna.
So when you are reading Satcharitra, you should carry the compassion. First thing. But
Yeah.
most of us, I'm really sorry to say this, but most of us, we are seeing Baba as a miracle man.
Yes.
And not it is not just Baba, it is to all the Babas around the world, all the gods around the world. We are seeing
Hmm.
them as a prayer material. Am I right? We are
Ye-
approaching God, Guru from the angle of prayer or our requirements.
Yes.
I
Yes.
want this, I
Material.
want that. Okay, I'm not criticizing that, but it is not only that. Gurus and deities are not only for that. For example,
Yeah.
if you take our Baba, we have to love Baba for what he is, what he's doing for us. We have to love
Yes.
Baba for what he is. Getting my point?
Yes, Anna.
See, when I say what he is, that means what he has done for the humanity, what sufferings he went through, and how he served the people, all the beings. For that purpose, we have to love him, not for what he is doing for us. Of course, he is doing a
Yes.
lot for us
Yes.
in
Yes.
a way of miracles. Still, he is doing a lot of miracles. He is protecting us. He is blessing us through many means. He's taking care of our many things, our family, our loved ones, our job, everything he's taking care. But
Yes.
what I'm saying, we have to love him for not what he's doing for us, but we have to love him for what he is,
Yes. Yes.
for his very nature. From that, we have to develop our understanding towards Baba from this angle. If we
Yeah.
develop our understanding about Baba from this angle, then the compassion will blossom in us. And then when we read Satcharitrana, we will read with all the overwhelming emotion every time, though it is already read. Whenever we read, we will read with all the love and devotion, and that will transform our heart as a Dwarakami into Dwarakami. Right, ma?
Yeah.
But
Yes, Anna.
But when we are reading only because now, okay, Baba will do that, Baba will do this, and now it gone to a height where, okay, read and report. No.
Yeah. Yeah. That is what
If
happens
you don't
these days.
have time, don't read. Leave it. And when he is not reporting, he or she is not reporting, now this message to the class teachers that they should not force the devotee to read, because it is the heart that go in alliance with the reading. Then only that the actual purpose of Mahaparayan will be met.
Yes.
Right, ma? So
Right.
if the devotee is not reporting, leave it. Close the class with whoever is reported. Don't call and torture them. Or if you want to call, If you really
Mm-hmm.
want to, just call and talk nice words, with all the compassion, because the class teacher
Yeah.
should have a better understanding towards Baba.
This this is only 10%, and only 10% people, and
Yeah.
most of the 80% is too good and it's going well. But only
See,
just we are doing this for correcting the society needs and society issues. So that's why I'm asking only.
see, my
You know,
biggest concern is when we
yeah,
read Satya, we should read with our heart. If we are
yeah,
not able to read with our heart, then leave it. When we get the heart to read, then we will read. Because we are going through
yeah,
many things, all the time we cannot carry that and read.
right, Anna. Yeah,
So when we have the heart to read, then we will read. It is not just a Thursday, but at least try to find some time to read with all your heart on Thursday. It is a Guru Seva,
yes, yes.
right? But at the same time, the class teachers also, have this compassion and wisdom. They should not call and talk such bad things to devotees. Because I used to get a lot of complaints from devotees that class teachers are calling and they are talking very rude, and they are
Mm.
talking, Baba will curse you like that. There are some devotees, they call and said, Bhaiya, this class teacher called me and said, how come you are a devotee? You are not a devotee at all. If you are not
Okay,
able to read, why are you in the Parayan? Why are doing then? How Baba will do things for you like that? They are talking, it's very, very
okay.
disheartening like that. So this is both way it is wrong from the class
Mm.
teacher point of view and from the reader point of view. If, as you said, if you are doing this as a ritual, that is the problem.
Yep.
So as I said, no, both reading, reporting, and from the class teacher's point of view, this compassion and wisdom should be there. Then only even the Mahaparan purpose will also be met, right? Because
Yes, Anna.
the
Yeah.
very purpose of is not just the reading, to understand what is conveyed in Satcharitra. So that is very, very important. That is why we are reading.
Yeah.
So when we are reading, we always should think that we are doing a Guru Seva. By reading Satcharitra, we have to understand that we are offering our gratitude. First thing. Okay. And
Right.
when the class teacher is organizing and doing all this thing, they should carry a thing that they are also into Guru Seva. When they are doing Guru Seva, they should understand how the Guru lived with all the compassion and wisdom. That is how they have to approach the devotees and those volunteers. That way they have to handle the classes also. They should not be rude. They should handle that with utmost compassion and wisdom. So
Mm-hmm.
that is how the Mahaparayan also should go.
Yeah.
So sum up all this,
Right,
Ma.
Anna.
The
Yeah.
very, very basic thing is we have to understand our Baba, his life and his teachings. That way, we will transform our heart into Dwarkamayi, where our Baba will live. I always used to say this sentence to many. I
Yes.
listen to my heart. I go with my heart because that is where my Baba lives.
Yes. That is
Right?
really a beautiful line I ever heard.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
make your heart Dwarkamai
Yes.
to
Yes.
invite Baba to live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Baba will live in Dwarkamayi.
Yes.
So transform your heart into Dwarkamayi by understanding our Guru, Sadguru Sai, his life and teachings as it is. That way our heart will get transformed into Dwarkamayi, and that way we will become the best Sevak. We will stand an
Yeah.
example among all the other people. We can be proud. Spiritually and divinely we can be proud, though we should
Yeah.
not carry any proud. But I'm saying that at least we can, have such a thing that, that we are the best Sevak, and that way we are offering our gratitude to our Guru by becoming a best Sevak.
Yeah.
The biggest seva, what I can say is the biggest Guru Seva is to become like our Guru. That is the
Right.
biggest seva. I can say that
Yeah.
way. Okay,
Yeah.
so with this,
Very beautifully explained, Anna. Thank you so much.
yes, ma.
Yeah.
Okay, ma. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for opportunity to convey all this. So my thanks to you
Yeah.
too.
And it's all goes to Baba.
Of course,
Yeah.
like how he says, no, Allah Malik. The same way,
Yeah.
this all goes to our Guru.
Who we all, he is the one who is asking. He is the one who is explaining.
And the
He is
one,
the one who is listening.
exactly. Yeah, well said.
Yeah.
That's a very apt way of completing this. Thank you, Ma. Thank you. Jai
Okay.
Sainath.
Jai Sai Nadana. Thank you.
Thank you.